Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to the very first episode of Wyatt Watch. Now we've kind of done this throughout the last months of this Bray Wyatt storyline, but this is going to be a series where we're going to break down in detail specifically the Bray Wyatt segments from every episode of SmackDown. So let's get to the latest shenanigans. So we didn't see Bray Wyatt last week on SmackDown, however we saw Bray Wyatt this week on SmackDown, and it's safe to say Bray Wyatt's promo exploded this storyline into a different stratosphere. This is so intriguing, this is so exciting, this was really eerie and creepily well shot in a way where you just still had questions, but seemingly Bray Wyatt confessed to being everything all along. We'll get into the detail as to what that means in a moment, but we'll go through what happened in a nutshell first. So basically there was this camera shot of the rocking chair, the iconic Cult Leader Bray rocking chair, and then Bray came out, sat on that chair and started his promo. Now note he had his hair down, so very fiendish mannerisms yet again, and opened with the line, "Green Bay, we're here." Now that's eerie because if you think all the way back to Extreme Rules when Bray Wyatt returned, he said, "I'm here." Now he said, "We're here." Is this the multiple versions of Bray Wyatt's personality being present, but this time Bray Wyatt recognizing that? And he said, "Sometimes we forget who we are. We forget what it is that made us in the first place. All it takes is a little push to come along and send you in the right direction. And all of a sudden you understand all you had to do along was revel in what you are." Now this is interesting because if you go all the way back to the 21st of October 2022, Bray directly said to us, we assume, "You told me what I was supposed to do without even having to tell me. I needed you, I needed all of you. You pulled the spears out of my ribs and yanked me up." Now again, we know Bray Wyatt's been through this psychological battle. He's tried to fight the demon, but seemingly the darkness is winning. And now he recognizes what he needs to do. He just needed to revel in who he was. Now, what I find really interesting with the line "revel in what you are" is the fact that if you go back and watch the TV series Dexter, I think you have to go all the way back to like 2013. There's a scene when he's with his doctor, and the doctor says, "Quite the contrary, I want you to revel in what you are." Now, bearing in mind, Dexter is basically a psychopath living this like split personality life. Was the inspiration drawn from the TV series Dexter in the sense of that quote involved in the Bray Wyatt storyline? Really interesting. I find it really intriguing. And also the fact that he said, "Remember, I am the color red in a world full of black and white." Now this is a very Cult Leader Bray quote to make, that I am the eater of the worlds, I am Uncle Howdy, I am him. Now what I took from this is literally the three faces of Bray. And Bray wanted to play multiple characters allegedly in the past, but of course Vince McMahon got involved in creative and we know what happened there. So have we already seen these versions? I am Uncle Howdy, the dark side, the eater of worlds Bray, like we know how that ends. I am him, is that potentially the Fiend incoming or an evolution of? And those are the three faces. Now he does emphasize several times the fact that he is Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt is all of this. The fact that he makes a point of being Bray Wyatt, he is everything. Bray Wyatt is all of those personalities, all of those alter egos in one, including Uncle Howdy, which I find really intriguing. Then he went on to say, "I am the nagging conscience of a world that has thrown itself away to moral monsters. I am Bray Wyatt. At the Royal Rumble, it will be my true rebirth, a baptism in the dark." Now, is that the baptism of the Fiend? How eerie is this going to be? Like, how cleverly shot is this going to be in terms of production value at the pitch black match? This is going to be incredible. When the lights go out, you should run. LA Knight, you should run, son, because this is going to be a match that's going to give you nightmares for the rest of your life. But also at the same time, it's made a star out of you along the lines as well. Let's not forget what a shining star LA Knight has been in all of this, playing the perfect antagonist for Bray Wyatt. So this is really, really, really intriguing. This is Bray confessing now to being all of these multiple versions. Now, we know we had the leaked psychological reports in the past, but is this Bray now recognizing his sins? After all, he's just going to go where the circle takes him. And he's the servant. He's going to do horrible things and not feel bad for them. And Uncle Howdy, with all those teases on the Titantron, we assume, of course, the darkest thoughts in Bray's mind. All of this is now coming to life. Like, he warned us, you know, a snake in a cage is still a snake, i.e. Bray is all of the versions. He's the Firefly Funhouse, the Eater of Worlds, Cult Leader Bray, the Fiend. Bray Wyatt in general is everything. And so we're going to see all of that brought to life. And that, of course, brings up the question, was the Wyatt Six the 6 personalities of Bray all along? And if you think about it, he's mentioned 6 multiple versions along the way throughout this whole storyline. So maybe that's where this story ends. Now, if you go back to the lyrics of his theme, "Lie for me, brother, use me for cover," is he using Bo Dallas, who I truly believe is Uncle Howdy, and playing Uncle Howdy to do the bidding for him, essentially? Like, was it all the setup? Like, all along, Bray has been the puppet master in all of this. He hasn't forgotten about WrestleMania 37, and maybe this becomes a revenge angle for Alexa Bliss. Like, he did question, you know, do you feel in charge to Alexa Bliss? This higher power in Uncle Howdy is the puppet master, but Bray confesses to being Uncle Howdy. So this is where this gets really interesting. Now, I welcome all your thoughts and opinions, so get down in the comment section, share your thoughts and opinions. As always, they're really appreciative. And as always, of course, I'll catch you in the next video. See you soon.